Hey guys, welcome back to the Fishyaker YouTube channel. I had a lot of people ask me why I do so many inexpensive foreign lure reviews, especially ones made, say, overseas in China. And the question I always ask them is, what is their favorite lure and where was it manufactured? So let's take a look. Do you know where your lures are made? So I have a bunch of photos here. We'll go through them and see if you can guess where some of your favorite lures were manufactured. Just an example, I've got a few here in front of me. You guys know I love Savage Gear. Well, here is a Savage Gear 3D Rad Rat, for instance. Wonder where this one's made? Now, you know Savage Gear has a really big reputation for being a great European company. Well, if you look on the back, again, this is a high-end, high-quality lure. And right here on the tag, made in China. So there's one example, and it's an awesome lure. I love these, I swear by them, especially for muskies, right? We talked a week or so back, the Rebel crawfish. These are like, you know, an icon, right? So again, it is a Rebel. It's a name brand lure. You can pick them up pretty much any tackle shop across the U.S. We talked about last week, it's made in China. How about this? This is one we know that Rapala has a great reputation in the industry. They are, a Scandinavian, Northern European company. So where do you think this one's made? Designed in Finland, assembled in Estonia. Assembled in Estonia. So going through some of these photos, we'll give you the front-facing photo of it, tell you what they are, and we'll see if you can guess where they're made. So, number one here on our list is a Storm Wildeye Live Sunfish. So you got VMC hooks. Where do you think the Storm Wildeye Live Sunfish is manufactured? Made in China. How about the Booyah Pad Crasher Jr. It's a floating frog from Booyah, name brand lure. Made in China. Lunker Hunt Popping Frog. It's a cool lure, right? Made in China. It's a trend here, right? How about this one, the Strike King KVD Sexy Frog? Made in China. How about this one? Another icon, right? Just like Rapala, it is a Hedden Torpedo. How about that? You know, all of us grew up with them in our tackle boxes. Our fathers, our grandfathers, our aunts, uncles, everybody, they always seemed to have these back in the day. Great lure, but made in China. How about this Cotton Cordell Super Spot? It's a lipless crankbait. Made in China. Oh, here's one. It's a Johnson beetle spin. Everybody grew up using beetle spins, right? Go figure, this one's made in China. How about this Panther Martin, right? It's a genuine silver-plated blade. Made in China. These are all name brand products available at pretty much any tackle shop, right? How about this, man? The Lunker Hunt Swim Bento. Made in China. How about a Meps? So again, this is another icon, a Meps, right? It's their Aglia. Everybody uses them. I've always said it's probably the most underrated lure you can find. It's assembled in the U.S., but with U.S. and foreign parts. And on the front it says, it's stamped there with a flag, hand assembled in the USA. But yeah, their parts are made all over the world. They just put together in the U.S. I don't know. It's a little better, I guess. How about this? Here's a Rebel Minnow, right? It's a track down. Where do you think that one's made? Made in China. There's a little bit more specifics on it there. It says actually it's designed and quality tested in the USA. So, they manufacture it overseas, but it's tested in the USA. How about another icon here, Cream? When the cream worms, right? Y'all grew up using them too. Where do you think those are made? That one's actually made in a combination of Mexico and the USA. It's assembled, at least, in Mexico and USA. Slash. How about another one here? How about a rattle trap? It's an original rattle trap. I see a little flag down there in the bottom of it. Made in the USA, but it has imported hooks. Okay, here's another Apollo. This one here is the X-Wrap. How about that one? Here's another one, designed in Finland. But again, it's assembled in Estonia. How do they decide to make something like that in Estonia? I don't know. How about a Strike King KVD? How about this? Okay, it's one of the crankbaits. This one's made in Costa Rica. At least you're in the right hemisphere here, right? Made in Costa Rica. How about this? It's a Rick Clunn series Lucky Strike. What do you think about that one? Made in China. How about this then? This is a cheap one. It's one of the super cheap jigs that you can find at Walmart. It's an Arky. We've done some stuff with Arkies before, like a little knockoff crankbait. Where do you think this Arky bass jig is manufactured? That one's actually made in the U.S. That one blew my mind. But yeah, that one's made in the USA, and it's one of the cheapest jigs you can find, even at Walmart. But it's made in the USA. How about this? It's a Strike King burner spinnerbait. There's another Costa Rica one. So I guess there's some big Costa Rican lure manufacturing industry. How about the Berkeley Gulps? Now this is what I use a lot. I know it's one of my little cheater lures. Use these for flounder and all sorts of stuff when the bite's totally turned off. Berkeley Gulps. Made in the USA of domestic and imported components. I guess some of the nasty chemicals and that stuff, whatever the heck it's made out of, it's all secret and proprietary anyway. Might come from overseas, but put together in the U.S. How about this? Some Zoom tubes. Where do you think they're from? Made in the USA since 1977. Good one there. And how about this one? A super popular one here. It's your, Elastec Z-Man. Your little Ned Rig worms. Where do you think those are made? That's made in the USA. There you go. Winner there. So again, people ask me all the time why I do a lot of lures made in all over the world. Yeah, I do a lot of video reviews on very well-known, popular, domestic-made lures. But I also do a lot trying to see if I can find a really good deal on something that works pretty much just as well. I don't appreciate all the stuff where you get knockoffs, where some of the companies will get their lures or products made overseas, and then they basically just bootleg them straight out. That's not kosher. That's not cool. But keep in mind that a lot of these lures, everybody says, make sure you buy U.S. made. I agree. Support the U.S. industries as much as we can. But even some of your most popular lures are made overseas anyway. So, go figure, But if you're interested, next time you go to your local tackle shop, just take a look on the back and see where it's made. Or at least where it's assembled. Or where their components are from. Or whatever. So if you haven't yet, please go down below, give us that thumbs up, share the video, and subscribe to the Fishyaker YouTube channel. We'll catch you on the water.
Fishyaker.com, the original kayak rigging video series.